What is up, guys, and welcome back to Forest Green Rovers. This is episode number 90 now, I believe, and consistency has been on the side, kinda. I mean, what have we uploaded? Three episodes this week out of 4, something like that. I don't know, it's pretty good. It's good. It's doing the job. Anyway, we're continuing on here. If you saw the last episode, you know we are running away kind of with the league right now. We're 10 points ahead. We're at the halfway stage of the season, and everything's looking pretty safe and pretty good for us. So we move on here. We're continuing on. January's just around the corner, but I don't think we'll be bringing in anyone new as we get ready to play Blackpool away, of course, as a lot of these games usually do. And our away form in my mind was a bit shaky following our 2-2 draw with Bury in the last episode, but we started off on the right foot, got on the attack early. Blackpool was shaking, and Flynn Downs made them pay 1-0 after 10 minutes, and it's a nice finish from Flynn Downs as well. He hasn't done anything spectacular, he hasn't done anything that's made your draw drop. He's been a great consistent midfielder, not as good as Marino is, but still in his own right a pretty damn good midfielder. Gets the job done. See Figueira links it in there to Flynn Downs. That defender comes across, gives Flynn Downs a lot of space to work with, and it's 1-0 very early on. Can we keep that lead going? Well, we couldn't capitalise on it for the rest of the first half, and Delfonso here gets on the ball, takes the shot, and just as it was with Bury, a little chip, and it's over the head of Collins and in for 1-1. I'm not too sure what it is with Collins, but every time it seems we give up these little chip goals, it's because he's so far. You know, he seems like almost deep in the 6-yard box, and it's just such an easy chance. He's in the penalty box, you see he's coming out there. Maybe he's about halfway, but he doesn't move back, he doesn't do anything, he just stands there and watches, and he's basically gagging to be chipped, is the way I look at it. So we get on there, it's half-time, it's 1-1, we try and get a goal back here with a good shot from Reece Brown, but unfortunately, nothing came of it. A few minutes later, Blackpool are back on the attack here, Delfonso plays in a ball here, the defence does nothing to stop it, it's a bit of a defensive clatter, and it's 2-1 as a result of it. We don't usually go behind, to be fair, often. We've done it more so in the last few episodes, and we've done it again here today. 2-1 down now to Blackpool. 1-0 up early on, and it's just all kind of gone the other way. Declan Rice comes too far out there is the problem, and then it's just kind of downhill from there. Sessegnon didn't do anything. Bennett perhaps could have gone closer to his man, but at the same time, it's just one of those things that happen. We're 2-1 down, and another complete defensive nightmare here. Sessegnon is absolutely nowhere near Delfonso, who bags his second of the game and makes it 3-1. Heading into this, Delfonso hadn't scored a goal, and now he has a brace against us, and with a half an hour to go, they are 3-1 up on the league leaders. This was something that just I did not want to see happen. But yep, it was absolutely happening. Rice there was a big mistake again, coming too far forward. Bennett was in the middle of nowhere. Bagayoko and Rice on him caused problems. And then Sessegnon just couldn't do anything in the box. I think he was out-heighted as well. I think he was the taller man. But we were right back on the attack nevertheless. Just about 3 minutes later, Figueira bangs one home for 3-2. I think that's Guiri who's going to get the assist. He runs into that gap. Maybe the defender who's just standing there could have done better. But we'll take all the opportunities we can get. We continue to move on here. It's only 7 minutes after they made it 3-1. And we're looking to try and make it 3-0. Ball into Figueira. He runs in. Bang! 3-0. We were 3-1 down not 10 minutes ago, and now it's 3-0 with it all to play for, and Figueira is the man who scores his own brace. Just like Delfonso didn't have a goal to his name in the league before this game started, and he scores a brace for us here. The captain that he is, with a lovely brace. Guiri getting himself another assist there, and gets a bit lucky, to be fair, for that deflection, but it did go down as a Figueira goal. We move on here way later on in the game, 89th minute. It's all to play for. Essentially, win or lose is on the line here, and we just blew it. Delfonso scores the goal that will give Blackpool a sure win and our second defeat of the season. Only our second defeat of the season at the near halfway point of it. Collins, you can see, completely disappointed in himself. Look at this through ball here up to him. I don't know what's going on with the defence again. Bagayoko and Bennett are both playing centre-backs for some reason, and it's just a complete clusterfuck, and we end up losing 4-3 as a result of it in a complete goal fest. Every player basically gave it their all. But there was big questions to call about the defence following on from that one. To lose to Blackpool was pretty big, and it kind of caused worry, because that's our next game, Sheffield United. Following on from that defeat, we have to take the team that is in third. Yeah, they're 10 points behind us, but they're still in third. They can still be a title threat at this halfway stage of the season. These losses that we're racking up, they're just not wise, We're just racking up kind of stupid losses here. In that one, we should have put them away, but we didn't for whatever reason, and it cost us deeply as a result of it. We have to not do the same here against Sheffield United, and we make sure right from the off to not do that. Ben Brereton here, on the go, runs all the way there, and he can't put it home. That was surprising. Usually Ben Brereton finishes those like they aren't even major, He just taps them home and makes it look easy. But Ben Brereton was almost going back to the stages that he was at the start of the season. This inability to score these easy goals was costing him, and we were still 0-0 with Sheffield United after some time. They had a nice chance there, and they get another one through here. Sessegnon, again called into doubts maybe. The entire defence may be called into doubts. Sheffield United makes it 1-0 just before the half-time whistle can go. And we'll see in the replay who's really at fault for it. Let's have a look. The defence is doing an alright job you've got, but the problem is there, as you can see, I think that's Figueira as well. No, it's not. It's Alfie Jones and Bagayoko just clustered next to each other, and it just wasn't doing us any favours. We move on here. Again, Ben Brereton, easy finish, hits it from the post. So many times he scored those last season, and today he couldn't put away two arguably simple finishes that could have theoretically gifted us a 2-1 win. Not blaming it on Ben Brereton. The blame really should go to the defence. We lose 2-1. That's 2 losses on the bounce. And that's our lead plummeting as a result of it. Watching it slip away, and we need to bounce back here with a big-time win over Bristol Rovers. They're just outside the promotion playoffs. I think they're in 9th maybe, and they are on the cusp of getting into those playoff places. And of course now it means more than anything, and the disaster happens. We go 1-0 down at home. Tobias Heights equalizes for us, and we need a second goal. We need to win this more than anything, but it doesn't happen. We draw it 1-1, and with only 1 point from 3 games this episode, it's incredibly worrying, and I just don't know what to do about it. But we're going to take a little break away from the games here for a second to focus on our youth, and focus specifically on a youth player who's going to get promoted to the starting lineup, that being Tom Meyer there, a CDM, young, 59 rated. I'm thinking, you look at Jonathan Bennett, he's up to a 74 rated right now. We only picked him up last season. Can we get the same for Meyer? Maybe so. Hoping for it anyway, because right now, when all of the players go back, when Marino, Downs, and Rice, and Jones, and those kind of players go back out to their clubs from our loan, it's going to be tantalizing. It's going to be worrying, basically, for us. So we need to look towards our youth right now. We move on here. Got a game against Peterborough. Need this win more than anything right now. Peterborough are kind of dwindling around the relegation zone. Thankfully, Jean Carlos bags a penalty for us. And would this be our first win of the episode? Yes, it will be. In the penultimate game in the episode, we bag ourselves a 1-0 win. And I think at this point, our lead in the championship was dwindling now at about 5 points. So in this episode, we have lost half of our lead from stupid games, from giving away stupid goals like we did in the Blackpool one, and our inability to finish our goals and have a solid defence as we saw in the Sheffield United one. There you see it, Sheffield United 5 points behind us, breathing down our necks now they're starting to, and that was the real worry about it all. We had this game here against Cambridge, and even though Cambridge are in like 21st, I think it was, I had to play it. I needed to get a win. I don't know, there was just something worrying about both games that had been played, had been losses, so I wanted to try and change that around. We get an early attempt there on goal. Bennett's header comes off the bar, but we keep it cool and we keep going here. Brereton and Marsh Brown linking up well. Holds up the ball for Marsh Brown, and he makes a lovely run through and scores a goal to open things up here. Took some time, 30 minutes to get the first goal, but it happened. And Keanu Marsh Brown, a man who's been overshadowed by Reece Brown, and he's even talked about it as well. I haven't shown it because I keep on deleting them really quickly, but Marsh Brown does want to leave this club, and I would be willing to let him go. And he wanted to try and maybe get a few, clubs attracted to him with a good performance here today. But I'll tell you, who's not getting a clubs attracted to them today, and that's our defence, giving away another stupid goal to allow Cambridge to equalise it up just 10 minutes after we took the lead. once again, just able to break through and to go from, you know, this high, so many players around him to suddenly being one-on-one. Look at that. Look at the gap there between Sessegnon and I think that's Bagayoko. I don't know what's going on there, but they put it home, 1-0. We've got to try and focus here. We move on. It's almost the second half. Ben Brayton through on goal. Can he finish it this time? Nope, he hits the post. Again, another easy finish, blown away, and those are those finishes that we just cannot afford to keep on giving away. This time, though, Brayton gets his act together and nets the goal just before half-time to put us in the lead. Thank you very much, Ben Brayton. We'll take that goal. Marsh Brown scored the first one thanks to Brayton, and Brayton scores the second one thanks to Marsh Brown. We head into the break 2-1 up, and we look to continue gaining on it here. Look at this ball in by Tobias Heinz. It's a wonderful run by Marino, and he bags it for 3-1. But what would be sad about this all is this wouldn't go down as a lovely Marino header. This went down as an own goal, apparently. Yeah, I don't see it either. But that goes down as an own goal for someone named Harry Darling. 3-1 to us. We'd rather 4-1, thanks. Guiri in the 90th minute scores the fourth. 4-1 win. It'll be at home. That should settle any doubts that we're starting to choke this away. That we're starting to make easy mistakes and we could be costing ourselves the league. I mean, I know it's against someone in the relegation zone, but big wins are always a statement. And they were a statement here today. 4-1 win. Thank you very much. It was a very nice win to end the episode on, and after a very questionable first few games, it was nice to turn it around and end on a few wins. But that does mean that our lead atop has been slashed in half. 5 points ahead now, Sheffield United. Maybe cause for concern, maybe not. We'll see how we do in the next 4 episodes. But that'll end this episode, Cream. I'll see you on Thursday probably for the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.